Hello everyone, this is Cher from CHER&CHARLIES Personal Crafts. I hope you're all doing fine tonight. I just want to let you know that I've been so busy. I've been busy with my grandchildren, my grandson, and then my other grandpups. I have a new grandpup. His name is Bronx, which I think I told you about. He's a foster puppy. But I have a feeling that my daughter may keep him because they're starting to fall in love with him. So that's kind of iffy. We'll see. Anyway, I'm on tonight. I have so many crafts, but I'm truly backed up. And I have a lot lined up. But the next craft that I'm going to do, I have things written down so I don't get all distracted. Is I'm going to do a spring wreath. Sorry, I'm going to do one again. Hold on. However, I promised one of my faithful subscribers that I would make her a spring wreath. She didn't ask for it, but I'm going to do that for her because I picked up some Dollar Tree. It's not going to be a really big one because these are smaller, the foam wreath forms that you can get in Dollar Tree. But I'm going to doll it up. In fact, I'm going to put a picture of one that I made for my friend Olivia, and she absolutely loved it. Now, okay, so let's see. Charlie is fine. He hasn't been over here for a while, but surprise, surprise, he's in my room right now. And I said to my daughter, and my grandson, kept saying, let me have him because this little puppy's driving him nuts. This puppy is energetic like Charlie used to be, but he's definitely ready to get away. So my son-in-law, Cliff, he said, I had to call him over today. I'm not going to be negative, but I had a pretty bad day. My car, I had an issue with my window in my car, so I don't want to get into all that, but it was a rough day. And so my son-in-law, he came over and he said, Mom, take Charlie, just take him. I said, are you sure? He said, yeah. So he's in there resting, the little king. And so let's get to why I'm here tonight. The first thing I want to say is please subscribe, like, share. Let's get us to next step, 400, another giveaway. So let's get there. Now, before we get started, I want to show you the final product for the paint holder. If you didn't see the last video, I really messed it up. I told you that I had this idea that I could use the truffle to paint it and it would look antiqued. Where I come up with that idea, I don't know, but it didn't work out and I did not like it. It was too dark, harsh. So I decided to I had a can of white spray paint and it's really heavy. Now Crafty Maria bought me all these paints and I wanted to make a paint holder. So this is the outcome. I still love it. It's solid. It's holding a lot. This weighs about, because I worked in a meat room, cutting meat. So this is probably around 5 pounds. And it's holding all these paints. It's making my life so much easier. I can't tell you. I go in my closet. I have it on one of my shelves in my closet. I did give it a spring cleaning. And I just go in there and choose what color I want. And wow, so much easier. So thank you, Maria. And by the way, I made that completely with tumbling blocks. I'll show you from the Dollar Tree. The whole thing is made with tumbling blocks, except for, I think, 3 beads that I put for little legs on the bottom. So, okay, let me check my notes here. Give me 1 second. Okay, now the reason I'm here is I thought, okay, I had my paint holder, so I wanted to make a sort of matching paintbrush holder but I am not going to stain it. So it's not going to match color-wise, but I wanted something really cute to put my paintbrushes in. Now, I'm going to show you how I did this. This is an old spiced vanilla candle jar, and I have it upside down. This is how I did it. And so I won't be able to finish it all tonight, but I'm going to show you the result because it is completed. So I'm happy to say that because I'm trying to reestablish my channel, do things a little different, and make it more kind of like focus, let's put it that way. And I'm getting some help from Crafty Maria. It's still tough for me to understand some of the links she sent me, but I'm trying. I have ADD like you would not believe. So I'm just doing my best. So I have a popsicle stick. I have the this side now. However wide you want it to be, your paintbrush holder, I think this is sufficient. And so what I did was, this is tacky glue, and I've got my blocks here in a box. And you're going to get your blocks out. I'm going to get a bunch of them so I can just kind of keep on going. Now, I'm going to tell you, it's better to use the tacky glue so you don't have all that clumpy glue from, sorry, I should have had all these out. Hold on. Okay, I brought my Django blocks out, and I'm going to focus right on this candle so you can see how I did this. Like I said, it's upside down because I made a couple attempts, and the first one was a fail. So what am I drinking tonight? I'm copying my Mike, my boyfriend, and I'm drinking coffee. Let's take a sip here. I've been feeling a bit tired lately, so this will give me a little buzz for this evening. Okay. So you're going to take a little glob of your glue and run it along the long length of it, kind of like you're frosting a cake, and just stick it on there. Okay, now I'm going to tell you, you really should do one row at a time. I tried to do 2 rows at a time, and no, it just did not work out. So you're going to do a top coat and a side coat on the second block. So you have it on the side and you have it on the front, and you're going to have the glue on the side of the, if you can see it here, the one where it's attaching to the other block. And I don't know why, but I'm wondering, yeah, okay. And then at the very end, when you finally get to the top, so you're going to put some on the top and on the side of where it's going to attach to the next block. Okay. Just like icing a cake. And press it up against the jar. Okay. This glue really does a great job. Okay, so I'm going to, once again, I'm going to show you one more and I will return. You have it on the flat part of the block, and you're going to put some glue right on the side. Okay, so you have enough glue that's going to attach to the glass jar and also attach to the brick that it's next to. Okay, so you're going to go all the way around, and then I recommend you letting this dry at least an hour before you start with the next blocks. And you're just going to go all the way up, and you're going to probably, like I had 3 sections, and then I'll tell you what happened in the end, but I shall return. Give me a few seconds to finish the bottom. I just came to show you this. Look at this. This was in my blocks. Look at the size of this. It's like another third of this size. I don't know what, I'll use it for something. Just thought I'd tell you. Okay, luckily, my friends, I was able to literally take it, let me try to show you, 2 layers, because actually that's all I'm going to do tonight, because if this were my paint holder, I would take it 1 more and then work on the bottom, and I'll tell you what happened with that disaster. But this, you know, as long as you go slow and take your time, it works out perfectly fine. I'll show you all the way around. I'm going to use this as either a TV remote control holder, because I'm constantly losing the remote control and I go crazy trying to find it. So I figured this would be kind of nice. And also I would like to try to design a phone holder. And if I succeed with the phone holder, I'm going to make one for my boyfriend, Mike. I hope he doesn't get me when I say boyfriend, because I think he's the sweetest ever. So here it is, and then once it dries, and I would leave this overnight, okay? And I wouldn't recommend painting it because of what the disaster, unless you really wanted a pretty spring color. I may do that, I don't know. Now, as you see, it's in the jar. Now let me talk to you in a little minute about the situation. Okay. Once it dries completely, okay, when it dried, I'm going to show you it in 1 second. Once it dries, it's totally stuck. Like right now, it's on the cardboard. So I'm going to lift it up, okay, and wipe off some of the glue. Because this glue it's really good glue. Okay, see how it's staying together? Now, once it dries, what I did was I hammered it on the top of this. I hit it a couple times with like a mallet. I'm sorry. I hit it with my mallet, and then I kind of like gently moved it around very gently, and until I heard the cracking when it just, you know, engaged from the glass jar. And it came out perfectly fine, and I'm going to show you right now. So I'm going to warn you, it's all about patience with this, because I really, really love how it turned out. And I thank you so much, Maria, because I thoroughly enjoyed making this. And, you know, like as always, you know, I ran into a little issue, but I always find a way to correct it, and I'm perfectly happy. So here it is. And there's one other thing I'm going to do, which I'll do tonight. Okay, and I took my paints, and these are, you know, I think I should turn this around so you can see it better. Okay, now see, that lighting is not good, so hang on. Okay, so I'm going to make sure you can see this right. Okay, I put some light on it, and it says paint, and I'll go around with brushes, and I used all the different colors of my, they're paint markers that I got. Remember I told you I got the I thought they were Arteza, and they weren't. Okay, I absolutely love this. Now, if you look at the bottom, I wrapped it with some rope. All these strings, I hate them. And I'm gonna burn off some of these strings. But if you look at the bottom, I had to realize, you know, you got to have a bottom for your paintbrushes. So what I did was started layering it on the bottom and made some sort of design. You can put your own design, but I did like a T design so that it has a bottom. Let me see if you can, hold on 1 second. I'm going to show you inside the bottom, and this thing is solid. I'm putting a flashlight in there so you can see the bottom. It's like, it's unbelievable how cool it looks inside. I just kept going with it, and I ended up with this beautiful design. So let me see. I don't know if you can quite see what it looks like in there, but it's so cool looking. Okay, if you notice a difference in my hair, yeah, it's different. I tried to buy color for it, but it's way too light. And so I reordered online. I can't have like the real harsh chemicals on my hair. I have to have like the organic. So I ordered it a little darker, so I look like a white as a ghost. Sorry. Anyway, okay, so I got this piece of styrofoam or foam, whatever it is, for your planters or floral stuff. Floral foam. And the only thing I need to do is I'm going to put a piece of floral foam in here. And the reason being is I want that, because it's so deep in there, see how cool that looks? I should have done it from the front and showed you. I changed my lighting, Maria. She'll know what I mean. Okay, so we're going to cut this, get a piece out. How much time have I used? Okay, not too bad. And then I'm going to put a piece down in there. This way I can stick my brushes in there. Let me see if this is big. Yep. And they'll have a little bit of height so I can really look at them. Because, see, was that too? Okay, that's perfect. Okay, I'll keep this. Okay, now we're going to put my new paint brushes in there. Some of them I washed, so. Okay. Okay, I'm trying to, yeah, I'm going to do it this way. So I'm going to put them right down into the styrofoam so they're not so I can visually see what kind of brushes they are. I really love this. I really love it just the way it is with I just love it. It says paint brushes, and I love the different colors that I put on there. And I'm giving my granddaughter some markers that I bought not too long, I guess about a year ago. And I never liked them, so I'm going to give them to my granddaughter. And that's another thing I'd like to show you. But I hope you like this. I absolutely love it. And so I have my paint holder, and I have my paintbrush holder, and I'm going to work on this is going to be for my remote control. And I may paint it, and then I'm going to work on designing a phone holder, because sometimes, you know, I like to watch my YouTube at night when I go to bed, and my back hurts a lot, so I'll go to the right, to the left, and this way I have a holder. And if I do, I'm going to make you one, Mike, okay? Okay, so this will dry overnight, and I will come back and show you when I start my next craft, which will be the spring wreath for my dear friend Deborah. She's just a sweetheart. Okay, so now I'm going to show you, if you guys remember, this is so shiny. I'm going to turn it around so you can see it. This used to be, I had painted this like a pretty green, kind of like a lighter than my shirt, for my pumpkins. I made the baby pumpkins. So if you want to see that, go back into the fall videos, and you'll see that I had painted this a beautiful green, and then in the front I had pumpkins, 25 cents, and they were like this big. I made every single pumpkin by hand. So now my granddaughter, I want to give her markers. These are the old markers that I had, and she enjoys art too, my baby Chloe. So I repainted it. She loves pink, fuchsia, like a fuchsia color. And I had the the letters from Dollar Tree. You can't see them very well, but it's Chloe Camila Ortiz, COO. Okay, and then I put on the side Chloe's paints and markers. There she be. And this light, well, I don't know. Hold on, let me do this. There we go. And I put Mod Podge on there to give it a nice shine. This is her initials, Chloe Camila Ortiz. And I love those colorful letters. So the last thing I'm going to do, okay, so I thought let's jazz it up. And I waited to do this with you guys because I wanted you to see. I had a couple little, this rose I had been saving for so long. It's been sitting in my stash. I had little baby roses and used it for another craft, but I'm like, this is what it's for. Chloe's little, I'm gonna put it right here. Oh, the glue gun. All right, we'll wait for that to heat up. I'm gonna put these, I found some little dainty yellow, a couple leaves. I'm not sure about the big rose. I'm still on the fence about that. But just put a couple little flowers, you know, over here by Chloe's paints and markers. And what do you think about this? Isn't it pretty, the color? And this Mod Podge that I used is actually for fabric because I'm running out of the other Mod Podge. And honest to God, it's so thick. It took 2 days to dry, but it's so incredibly nice. It's just shiny and beautiful. So come on, paintbrush, let's go. Get to work here. Okay, wait for this to dry 1 second. Here we go. Here it's coming. All right, so I'm gonna put this little guy right on the side here. I'm sorry. Oh gosh. Okay, I'm trying to get better at this, folks. Just bear with me. I hope you guys are all doing well. And let's see, where shall we put this? Let's see. Okay, I decided against the big rose, but this is what I did. I just kind of glued them. This one's just like hanging out. I love making things for my grandkids. Now my older grandkids, I tried to paint a flower on here, but I'm going to have to redo it because the orange didn't show up. Okay. Okay, so we're going to let this dry overnight. My holder, look, it's already sticking together, but still you want to let it go overnight. And then when it's seriously dry, then you're going to just pounce it, like trying to push it up, push it down, twist it a tiny bit, not too hard because it will crack, and then you got to glue it back together. Okay, so 2 more things before I go. I haven't forgotten about my bunnies that I made. Ralph and Alice from the Honeymooners, and I am going to change over my St. Patty's Day, and we're going to also do our spring basket, and Alice and Ralph are going to be in there. This is Ralph, this is Alice, as if you didn't know. So I'm not done with that. That's coming up. But one more thing, and I promise I'm done. But let me get a sip of coffee here. I just love my paint holder. Okay. So, quickly, it was a rough day. I know I can be negative, and I'm sorry, but I went to babysit, and I had both dogs, and something happened to my car, and I had to leave early. I called my son-in-law over, and it was just, you know, my head was just kind of crappy day. You know what I mean? It happens sometimes. So I went out. I took Charlie home, which was a blessing. And I decided, you know, let's run to the store. I can get him some dog food. So I ran to the mailbox and I get a card. And I see it's from Angela Price. If you don't know her, she doesn't have a channel that I know of. But I've known her for about a year. She has done nothing but kind, amazing things for me. I don't know what I did to deserve the kind of kindness I'm getting from all my subscribers, but I can only say that I am totally grateful and appreciative. And let me just tell you, when I opened the card, it was the St. Patty's Day card. Out of respect, it is gorgeous. It says, you grow girl. And the note says, and I hope Angela doesn't mind it, it's the most beautiful card. It says, you grow girl. And it has like beautiful little leaves. And she says, hi, sweet Cheryl. That put a smile right there on my face. I hope this puts a smile on your face and you can have a little fun. I know Michael's is pricey, the store Michael's. Wish I could send you bunches more. Keep on making those gorgeous crafts, Angela. She says, and then inside it says, I'm rooting for you. And she always has. And all I can say without giving away when I opened the card and this fell out is that I went like this. So does that tell you anything? Shocked. And not only shocked, so I always wanted to cry. And I had Charlie in the car and I'm saying, Charlie, oh my God. So how do you thank someone, these beautiful people? I don't know. I just, because I am a giver, I'm not a taker, and it's hard. I have a hard time. Angela, I am blown away. That's all I'm going to say, and it's a private, but my mouth went. And Charlie was like, what's wrong with her? So it just seems like the moral of the story is, as soon as I can be like at my worst, I said something like to my mechanic, I just feel like jumping off the nearest bridge. Not really, but I can get like that sometimes. And he's like, no, don't do that. We'll get the car fixed. And then that happened. And it turned my whole world around. And it's like God saying, everything's good. You know, you're blessed. You're lucky. And I know I am. I have a roof over my head. I can buy food. Things are rough, but I get through it every day. I have wonderful kids. I have wonderful grandkids. And God just said to me, things are okay. And things will be okay in your lives too. So thank you so much, Angela. How do I ever repay you? I don't know. But what a beautiful thing. How beautiful are my friends and subscribers on here. I don't know how to express how I feel. It's just, it's deep. I'm trying to do better with my videos, and I'm getting help from Maria. And Maria, I do have ADD, and I'm having a little difficult time focusing on how to do things, and some technical things I'm not sure of, but I know you'll help me out. Thank you, everyone. Have a great night. I will pray for you. Please pray for me, okay? God bless, and I'll let you see Charlie. I have to bring the flashlight in because Charlie, he is really changed since we got the puppy. He really doesn't care for him very much. I always put the TV on for him. He's like the king. And he's so happy to be with Grandmom, just to get a break from Bronx. I love him too, but this guy's my baby. Thank you so much for watching. Coming up, a spring wreath and my little Easter arrangement. Take care. God bless.